Illusory Thinking 1. Siafang. Translation edited by Chinyu. Imagine yourself in the middle of a vast desert. The sky is a dull gray, and there are no reference points in sight, no compass, no GPS, nothing to guide you. Do you think you can find your way out? You cannot. You might scoff at me and say, nonsense. As long as I keep walking forward, step by step with determination, I will surely make my way out. Yes, theoretically and logically speaking, you should be able to escape the desert. After all, each step you take is forward. How could you possibly fail to walk out? Unfortunately, reality does not align with theory. Despite every step being correct and taken in a forward direction, you will ultimately end up right back where you started. Note, this is not about walking around the earth in a complete circle but rather about being lost within the desert itself. Why is it that you cannot walk out of the desert? From a scientific perspective, if one of your feet is even slightly larger than the other, or if one leg is just a little longer than the other, the tiny discrepancies over millions of steps will accumulate, leading to a huge deviation in your final destination. Though you feel as if you are walking in a straight line, you are actually moving along a curve. Eventually, you will return to your starting point. Science offers a valid explanation, yet it remains a theoretical deduction and logical reasoning. It is not the true cause. The real reason lies in what I call illusory thinking. It is common knowledge that water flows downward. However, illusory thinking can make water return to where it started. I once saw a paradoxical image in Reader's Digest, a fascinating illusion of flowing water. The image depicted a small waterfall with water cascading downward. Yet, somehow, the water eventually flowed back to the top of the waterfall. The visual presented no apparent flaws, nor did the logic seem questionable, yet the water ultimately returned to its starting point. Strange, isn't it? This is the power of illusory thinking. There is an old folk saying, cut down the millet bundles, and you'll stir up the wandering spirits. This refers to a peculiar phenomenon. Every year during the millet harvest, farmers gather the crops into bundles. However, for about half a month to a month after the harvesting begins, people frequently get lost when venturing out at night. Strangely, even in places they are intimately familiar with, on paths they have walked countless times, they still lose their way. Some wander in circles all night until the rooster crows or they hear human voices, only then do they suddenly snap out of their confusion and find their way home. It truly seems as if the wandering spirits have been angered and have clouded their vision. What causes this? The prevailing theory suggests that certain molecules, or scents, released into the air after the millet is harvested have a narcotic effect on the nervous system, inducing a state of illusory thinking. So, what exactly is illusory thinking? Answer: illusory thinking occurs when the nervous system is numbed by a certain substance or non-material, creating illusions and hallucinations that lead to a distorted perception of reality. This altered state of mind is what we call illusory thinking. Once someone falls into illusory thinking, an outside observer might see them as trapped in an illusion, but from their own perspective, they feel intelligent and rational. They firmly believe that every step they take is correct, whether analyzed theoretically or deduced logically, there appears to be no issue. Yet, in the end, their conclusions are absurd and completely contrary to their original intentions. Illusory thinking is like a maze, a trap of the mind. In ancient times, some military strategists trained in Taoist arts could set up bewildering formations that induced illusory thinking. Once a person entered, their mind would become disoriented, making it nearly impossible to find a way out. Step by step, everything seems correct, but the result is wrong. Always right yet forever lost. This is illusory thinking.